Some of you might have noticed that I haven't been particularly steady when it comes to my uploads. In this video, I'm going to talk you through the reasons and what I'm up to right now. My latest upload has been a few weeks ago, and before that I haven't posted for 6 months, which is kind of odd for someone that used to upload once or twice a week. There has been so much going on in my life that I just didn't have the time nor mental capacity to create. And the biggest reason I haven't been uploading consistently is because we have 2 kids who are 1 and 2. Now, if you're familiar with the situation, you know it's all hands on deck, especially with our second one because she isn't a very good sleeper, which means that mom and dad don't get a lot of rest too. She's also been under the weather during the past few months, which means that she needs a bit more care than usual. Nothing to worry about though, she's perfectly healthy and normal, but just has the disadvantage of being born during the winter. Now, we also try to spend as much time as possible with the kids, giving them and us a lot of loving memories to look back at. We go to amusement parks, the local playgrounds, and even went on a holiday where we visited Safari Park Beekse Bergen. And we both have jobs as well. With these broken nights, it's very tiring for us. And when we do have a few moments to ourselves in the evening, that's when we have to clean the house, feed the animals, walk the dog, and so on. And we also had a lot of work to do in and outside of our home, which we try to do when the kids are asleep. Most of the work is finally done now, but all of this kind of gave and gives me no room to create content. Like I wrote this script when my girlfriend took the kids to her mom and I had some time alone. Now 2 kids also means 2 kids rooms, which also means that I had to break down my studio. Currently I'm remodeling our attic into a nice lounge and work area, but there's still a lot of work to do, and even though I can do most of the work myself, I'm also dependent on contractors for a couple of things like leveling out the roof and inspecting the electricity for insurance purposes. Once that is done, I can start finishing up the attic, which requires me to place OBS boards and then finish it off with drywall. There's still a lot of work to do, and if you take the time we have free into consideration, it's a very slow process. And right now I'm sitting in our caravan, which I changed into a makeshift studio. Because I used to use the living room that we use as a rental place, but we've got so many guests coming in and out, it's too much of a hassle to set up the lights, set up the camera, and then break them down again as soon as we got guests, clean everything, and then put everything back up like camera and lights. And all of that, it was fun to do once or twice, but I figured I wanted something that's a little bit more steady. So that's why I used this caravan, got my camera here, my computer here. I've got the flamingo in the background, I've got lights over there, just to make sure that I can create videos, and which gives me a little bit more easy of a process rather than breaking everything down and setting everything up again. The second reason is my health, and to be quite honest, I haven't been fit for over 2 years now. 3 years ago, I posted a video on intermittent fasting and IBS-D. IBS, which is short for irritable bowel syndrome, is a gastrointestinal disorder that primarily affects the large intestine, also known as the colon. It is a common condition characterized by a range of symptoms. Now, people with IBS often experience recurring abdominal pain or discomfort, which can vary in intensity and may be described as cramping or aching. And these sensations are typically relieved after passing stool. One of the key features of IBS is changes in bowel habits, and this can manifest as episodes of diarrhea, constipation, or alternating periods of both. And the frequency and consistency of bowel movements may also be irregular or abnormal. In addition, individuals with IBS commonly report bloating and increased gas production, leading to a feeling of fullness or distension in the abdomen. Alterations in stool appearance are another hallmark of IBS. Stools may appear harder or looser than usual, and in some cases they may contain mucus. Ugh. The urge to have a bowel movement can be sudden and urgent, and some individuals may experience a sense of incomplete evacuation even after passing stool. And the exact cause of IBS remains unclear, but it is believed to involve various factors. Personally, I suffer from IBS-D, which has given me a lot of trouble lately. I'm feeling tired, my vision became worse, and I can't even leave the house in the morning because before the clock hits 11 o'clock in the morning, I visited the restroom 4 times already. And having this disability, it is also taking its toll on me mentally and prevents me from being creative or having the energy to become creative. A lot of you have asked me to make an update video on the intermittent fasting. Well, I'll make a separate video on the procedure that I'm in right now, where I'm trying to fix my shit. Like literally, one of the things is doing intermittent fasting again, so I can tell you guys how that goes. I've also had my microbiome checked, and the results were that the balance is very off, which explains a lot of my physical complaints. So subscribe to get notified when I've released that video. Now guys, don't get me wrong, I'm lucky to be alive, we're lucky to have 2 healthy children, and I'm lucky to still be with my girlfriend, allowing us to give our children the traditional family life. I do miss creating videos for you guys, and I do miss my own creative space, and I also miss the editing part, and when I can I will be uploading, and when I can't, you now know why. Thanks for watching and take care.